There is a romantic lie we are told when we start playing music, that in order to be a true professional, music must be everything that matters. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we imagine touring as this endless stream of creativity and happiness. But the reality is much different. The show lasts an hour and a half or maybe two. But what about the other 22 hours in a day spent while waiting in the backstage, driving 1,000 kilometers to get to the new venue, or visiting every day the same hotel rooms? And that's where many musicians burns out, because the adrenaline goes to zero, isolation kicks in, and if everything you are musically depend on how did you play the bass solo or that bass line, you're trapped, because if the show goes well, you feel like a god. But if the show goes wrong or there's any technical issue, you feel like a failure. So that's why today I want to talk about why having hobbies that have absolutely nothing to do with music help my mental health on the road. The first pillar of my sanity on the road is actually something that might look hard on the outside, but actually helped me reset my brain, and it's learning a new language, in my case, Japanese. But why learning a language? Because when you're on tour, your mind is constantly projected outwards. You need to communicate with the crew, with your bandmates, and you need to perform in front of an audience, obviously. Studying a complex language like Japanese forces me to do the opposite, to focus internally, maybe on a single sentence or maybe even a single kanji. While the tour van is driving 500 kilometers to reach the new venue, I just put my earphones on and I submerge into this world where I'm not the bass player or the musical director of anybody. I'm just a student who's trying to connect a sentence. And this practice gives my brain a daily dose of progress that it's really separate from anything musically related, like how the soundcheck goes or maybe how the crowd will react tonight. The second hobby is my escape route, and it's gaming. I love single-player RPGs like Kingdom Hearts or Ni no Kuni, for example, that, by the way, I'm trying to play in its original Japanese version to merge both hobbies. But there's a big stigma around video games. Many people tend to see them as useless or a waste of time. But for a moment, try to think of what's on a musician's mind while touring. As I said before, it's a really hard job. You need to perform, travel, and be creative every day. But stepping into the world of gaming means you're going into another world. You're just focusing on a story, complete quests, or in my case, leveling up your character and beat really hard bosses. So it helped me decompress from all the adrenaline and getting rid of the anxiety that a tour brings along. And then there's the third hobby, which is exactly what I'm making right now, creating YouTube videos. And you might say, wait, your videos are about music and bass, isn't it the same stuff? I mean, yes and no. There is a massive difference between playing for an artist and being creative every day and just stopping for a moment and try to focus on what you do in order to explain to someone else. Sitting in front of my camera in my hotel room during the day off and writing my own script, it becomes like a parallel mission where I'm just archiving my knowledge to help a past version of myself, or maybe a colleague who is terrified of messing up during the tour. It gives me a purpose that goes beyond the applause at the end of the night. The truth, my friend, is that if we want to have fun on stage and make space for creativity, first we must make space in our lives. If music is everything you have, the obsession will kill your creativity very soon. Learning a language gives me discipline, while gaming gives me rest. And creating YouTube videos gives me a purpose. And all of that, ironically, makes me a better bass player, because when I step on stage, I feel relaxed and happy about the life that I have outside this 5 or 6 strings that I play. So if you're getting ready for a tour or maybe preparing for a long studio session, I leave you to one question that I'm really curious to know about in the comment section below. Is there anything completely unrelated to your job that makes you happy? Well, if you have one, find it, pack it, and protect it, because a sane musician will always sound better. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to my channel, because it helps me just spread everything I learned in these past years and help anybody who's on tour or planning to do it. And always remember, leave space for creativity. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.